flight was delayed. The flight was delayed. What a rustic FIFA Club World Cup we are having. This is the watch along. Hello guys, this is RAMSAY and here we are live for the watch along of Real Madrid against the likes of PSG. It is Paris Saint-Germain against the likes of Real Madrid, where we are going to be witnessing this big game. Who is going to win this? Who is going to be to the finals to meet Chelsea? This is the game we will be having, the watch along. PSG against the likes of Real Madrid, Real Madrid against the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. That is the story it is going to be. Simon Masinik, the referee on the pitch, will be on for today's MetLife Stadium. But just let me check if the audio and the video quality is looking good. Yes, this is looking good, and here we are for the watch along of the FIFA Club World Cup. Do join in guys and give, oh my goodness, look at the poll section. All the PSG fans have given their votes, and on that live poll on our chat, that who is going to win it today, it is Paris Saint-Germain. They are having got 71% votes, and Real Madrid have got 14% votes on our live poll. Give your votes guys, give your votes. Who is going to be winning this? We will be having the watch along of this game. Still it is 32 minutes for the kickoff, and we will be having the different analysis of this game as well as the predictions moving on by studying the lineups. Here is the Real Madrid lineups, but before that, give your votes on that poll section. Oh my goodness, 71% votes we have got for PSG winning this, and Real Madrid has got only 14%. This game going to the penalty shootout or to the extra time, whatever it is, no one has given that vote. Everyone are thinking that this game is going to have a result up to those 90 minutes. My goodness. But we have got 14% votes for Simon Masinik, the referee, as well. We have got those 14%. We will be analyzing the lineups, and here we go with the lineups which we will be talking for today. Just look at that. What is this game going to be? Who will win, Real Madrid or Paris Saint-Germain? What is that which is going to be cooking this? 9th of July, this is the night and where we have been playing. But Paris Saint-Germain, in their last 5 games, we are moving into the analysis aspect, guys. We are moving into the analysis aspects. Look at that. PSG winning over Bayern Munich, the last game over Inter Miami 4-0. Seattle Sounders got a defeat, but Paris Saint-Germain got those defeats to Botafogo. That was a conspiracy theory against Atletico Madrid or not, what they have done it. But PSG winning that 4-0 up against Atletico was the biggest upset, and that is the thing which was falling into this. But after that, look at the goals which PSG have been getting in. This was the game where Paris Saint-Germain versus the likes of Real Madrid, which we are talking about. It was some sort of opportunities. Mbappe was the man in against Bayern Munich. PSG were playing like this. There were some sort of opportunities which were looking in, coming in for all the parts of the games. But unfortunately, after those 78 minutes, PSG got those goals. But every goals PSG has been getting in the past 5 fixtures, they are completely different players. Only Hakimi is the man who has been getting those goals out of PSG. He is that constant man. But apart from Hakimi, all the other forwards, all the other mid-pitch players who have been getting PSG have been roaring high in confidence. No denying the fact. But Real Madrid, talking about in their last 5 mixtures, it was against the likes of Al Hilal. It was no denying the fact the likes of Inzaghi's men, Al Hilal, who got a draw against Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid. Xabi ball was seen playing over in that game. But CF Pachua, that was the game, 3-1. Real Madrid winning it against Salzburg, against Juventus Turin. That was a big game, 1-0 win. And 3-2 against Borussia Dortmund. That has been the story for Real Madrid in this. But look at this, the Dortmund game which Madrid were playing, they were just bombarding the nets, and in just early 15 minutes it was that goal which this young guy Gonzalo Garcia has been getting. No denying the fact Gonzalo Garcia has been that center forward with Xabi Alonso's Xabi ball has found into the likes of Real Madrid. Ancelotti couldn't find this man, but from the Castillas, Garcia is the man. He is definitely doing the talking. But We will be looking at the lineups of Real Madrid and the likes of PSG soon. But everything, whatever it was looking, but close to those substitutions, I mean, in those 90 minutes of the stoppage time, Real Madrid were looking just getting those scores levels. I mean, it was there on that close finishing of that blowing that whistle, but it was the game which happened, and Real Madrid are definitely going to be. But give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. We will be showing the exact timeline over here. But before that, let's move on to the lineups. First, we'll be looking at the lineups of Real Madrid. 71% votes which we have got. Flex, भाई कोई नहीं देख रहा किसके साथ बात कर रहा है. अरे भाई, I like doing this talking single alone, and that is bad. But by the way, you are that number one top fan who has just commented on our stream, and thank you for coming to this. But you have also that option, Mr. Flex, that who is going to be winning this, PSG, Real Madrid, or this is going to the extra penalty shootout, extra time, or Simon Messinik. We will be analyzing this and will be making the analysis of this game. PSG with their lineups, Real Madrid with their lineups, as well as we'll be making the predictions. But give your votes and give your predictions who is going to be there. Thank you for participating in the chat and give your votes, Mr. Flex. But now moving on to the lineups of both the teams. Look at that, Real Madrid with this lineup. There is some sort of change which Real Madrid has made. Xabi Alonso with this strategy, he is definitely going to be counting big. But look at that, it is Valverde again dropping to the right backs, which Alonso is picking up with this lineup. Rudiger is there. Chal, like kar diya, enjoy. Thank you, Mr. Flex. Thank you for liking this. And if more of the fans are gathering on for the chat, I will be putting that stream elements as well as your chats will be live on the stream. Thank you for participating, Mr. Flex. But now moving on to the analysis part. Look at that, it is Valverde again going to the right backs. But by the way, Mr. Flex, you are from which part of the globe? You are from which part of the globe, Mr. Flex? And it is now Gula moving on to those attacking aspects. Will the likes of Xabi Alonso be making that? Will the likes of Xabi Alonso be making? Mr. Flex again has been typing, oh my god, our predictions are getting late, but then also we have 30 more minutes. Mr. Flex is saying he is the top fan and the sole fan on our chat. मैं Madrid supporter नहीं हूँ, but for the pride of Spain, HALA Madrid, HALA Catalonia. Oh my god, we have got a La Liga fan over here. We have got a La Liga. HALA Madrid, my boy, HALA Madrid. And yes, we are going to be winning that big, but we will be making the predictions, we will be making the analysis of that. Do stay tuned to it. We'll be revealing many facts about this and no denying the fact, much to be talking about this game. It is definitely this man who is going to be making the upsets. It is definitely Simon Messinik, the man who will be for today's game. He will be the critical man, because talking about the stats of Real Madrid, whenever this man has been officiating this game, look at the stats of this man. Bhai main Wakanda se hu, Marvel ka. I really don't know about that. I really don't know about that. But then also, we will be making on the analysis of that. Look at that. Whenever it is Simon Messinik who has been officiating the game for Real Madrid, it is the first game when Real Madrid in the year 2016 was up against Roma. 2-0 was the win. 2-2 was against the likes of Dortmund. 1-1 was the scoreline against Tottenham in 2017. So it was 2 draws and 1 win for Real Madrid for the first 3 times whenever Simon Messinik has been on the pitch and has been officiating the game. But it was against the likes of Atletico Madrid in 2018, where 2-4 was the scoreline. 2-4 was the scoreline, and Atletico Madrid defeated Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup 2018. 2-4 was the scoreline, and after that extra time, Simon Messinik got that first loss to Real Madrid in 2018, and after that 2021 Madrid getting that win. It was against the likes of FC Sheriff, the game which was being played and Madrid got 3-0 win. But again, look at that. It was 2022 when Simon Messinik, the man on the pitch, was for officiating this game. Chelsea got that win over Real Madrid. अबे हिंदी बोल ले भाई, इतनी इंग्लिश एक दिन पर नहीं ले सकता मैं आजकल। अरे भाई हिंदी में क्यों नहीं बोल सकता, हिंदी में बोल सकता, लेकिन बहुत सारे फैंस हैं जो इंग्लिश नहीं समझ पाते हैं। हिंदी में बोलो तो एक कॉमन क्लस्टर हो जाता है जो सब कोई नहीं समझ पाते हैं। हिंदी में बोलो तो अगर इंडिया से हो तो समझ पाओगे, लेकिन इंडिया के बाहर से हो तो हिंदी में बोलो तो वो बोलते क्या बोला जा रहा है, बकवास किया जा रहा है। दैट इज वाई दिस इज दैट इंग्लिश टॉकिंग विच इज गोइंग ऑन, बट आई विल ट्राई। वी हैव गॉट मेनी वीडियोस, बहुत सारे वीडियोस हैं जो हमने हिंदी में बनाया है इन द पास्ट। यू कैन वॉच, यू कैन चेक आवर डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स। वी हैव बीन मेकिंग दोज वीडियोस इन हिंदी as well as in English. But looking at again Simon Messinik, 2023 Manchester City winning 4-0 big time. Whenever this man Simon Messinik has been refereeing, it is those big goals which have been scored from both the sides. But in the past 4 fixtures, it is the likes of Real Madrid who have got those wins. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in the past 4 matches for Real Madrid when Simon Messinik was there. 5, 6 wins for Real Madrid whenever Simon Messinik has been officiating, and a loss if we talk about it, 1, 2, 3 losses, and draws if we are talking about 2 losses. 6, 3, 2 in the 11 fixtures whenever Simon Messinik has been on the pitch. It is 6 wins for Real Madrid. That has been the story. And this man Simon Messinik, whenever he has been officiating the game, 6 wins in the past 11 times whenever this man Simon Messinik has been officiating this game for Real Madrid. And Real Madrid has won 6, lost 3, and draw twice. That has been the ugly story. This man will be critical. Flex is again saying the number 1 fan over here onto our chat. Chal bhai main nikal raha, fir baad mein aata hai. Thank you for coming to the stream, Mr. Flex. Thank you for participating in this. And do give your votes on that poll section before exiting that. But that was all the story about Simon Messinik. Will this man be good enough for today? Will Simon Messinik be the man good enough for today? Because we are going to be revealing more of the stats over here. Let me just put this thing onto our live section. Just let me put that live analysis onto the stream. And yes, those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Give your votes how things are going to be looking into this game. Give your votes onto the poll. Give your vote. Oh my goodness, again a vote has come in, and this time it is HALA Madrid. Give your votes, guys. It is PSG roaring high on our votes with 62% votes. I can't digest that. I can't really digest that PSG are getting those 62% votes on our poll. Give your votes that who is going to be winning that. We will be analyzing the different aspects of this game. But now again, look at this thing which we are now going to show on our screen. Look at that. PSG against the likes of Real Madrid. Now the analysis of this, PSG are on a rating of 100. PSG are on a rating of 100. We need better. Real Madrid are also on that rating of 100. But look at that tilt factor which will be creating. 35.1% is that for Real Madrid. And 115.5% is also for that tail. Give your votes, guys. We need to just get that. But ELO general ranking, PSG are on a 10. Why is that? We will be making this statement. Why is that we'll be making this statement? But ELO general ranking for Real Madrid is 2. But look at that. The win probability is 52.5% for Real Madrid based on the supercomputers who have been predicting this game. And a draw of 21.6% and 26.2% is the win probability for PSG in all sorts of combinations, whatever way PSG are going to be facing that. Because we will be making that soon. Look at that. It is 26.2% win probability for PSG, 21% only for a draw, and 52.2% win probability for the likes of Real Madrid. That is what the thing is. That is what the thing is. And look at this chart. It was Inter who was high on the chart. They have got those exits. Juventus was there. PSG and Real Madrid are the two teams who are left in that chart. But looking at the aspects of Chelsea, look at that. They are so close to 93. That is what the thing is. But on again the yellow progression of both the teams, if we are talking about in this game, look at that. PSG are 92, but Real Madrid are on that 99 in the yellow progression. So that is what the statement is. Give your votes, guys. Give. Oh my goodness. Again, we have got that vote for Real Madrid. 25% vote is only what we have got for Real Madrid, but 62% for PSG. But let me make the analysis again. We will be having the lineups on our screen soon. Let me put that lineup again. But before that, look at that. It is PSG who are having that no draw but a loss in this FIFA Club World Cup. But Real Madrid are having one draw and no losses. But Simon Messinik is the referee. MetLife is the stadium. But look at this thing. Consecutive scoring is 5 on 5 for Real Madrid, but 3 on 5 for PSG. That has been the story. And out of all those clashes, whenever Real Madrid and PSG have been making against each other, it is 5 wins for PSG, 3 wins, 3 is the number of draws, and 7 is the number of wins for Real Madrid. So out of the past 15 fixtures, PSG and Real Madrid facing each other, it is 5 wins for PSG, 3 draws and 7 wins. Real Madrid are having that upper hand, but only of 2 matches what we are talking about. But PSG were having Bayern, the lineup which they were having, it was that same one, and Real Madrid was having that 4-4-2 which they were having against Dortmund. We will be making into the lineup soon, but look at this. The players who are not available, this factor will be really worrying. It is Pacho, who is one of the best defenders, has got that red card and he is out for the semifinals. Lucas Hernandez against the likes of Bayern Munich got that red card because of those rusty tackles which he made. But these are the 2 men from PSG who are on a red card. But Ferland Mendy, David Alaba is on those injuries. Endrick, my boy, has also got those injuries. And what not to say, this big man, Dine Huijsen, who was making that big, coming into the Real Madrid squad from the Premier League, from Bournemouth. This man was really cooking it big, but that red card has just ruined. And Dine Huijsen is not available, but he is going to be confirming for the next game if Real Madrid are going to be winning that. But look at the goal progressions by minute interval. PSG have been getting most of their goals. Look at this red dot. 4 is the number of goals which PSG have got, and they have got their maximum goals in the next half, in the second half of the game. PSG in their matches in this FIFA World Cup have been getting most of their goals in the second half of the game, but in the latter first half is also their 2-2 cluster where they have been getting those goals. So early on PSG are not making those progresses, and it is late in the second half where PSG have been getting those goals. That is what the goals progression by minute interval which is showing for PSG. But look at that goal progression for Real Madrid over here. They are having that 4 goals which they have scored, and maximum of that have come in the latter part of the first half. That has been the story. That has been the story. But the progression, the goal progression have been quite equal for both the teams. I mean, in the early first 15 minutes, 10 minutes, PSG has got a goal. Real Madrid has also got a 1 goal. In the next 10 minutes, it is also 1-1 same. This thing hasn't been that decider factor. This goal progression is not making this thing quite good enough here. But Hakimi is the man who is having that 1 assist and 2 goals. He is the man talking. But apart from Hakimi, it is all those clusters of players from PSG who are making big. It is the whole squad who is making that big. But for Real Madrid, it is Garcia who has got 4 goals and 1 assist. My goodness. But Joao Neves, again, looking at that, 2 goals. Joao Neves and Hakimi are the men who have got those big clusters of goals and assists in the FIFA Club World Cup. Vitina has got 2 assists, 1 goal. Vitina have been making those long balls in those counters, but Valverde is the man also getting 2 goals. And in the milestones of this game, if you are talking about, Valverde is going to reach 250 startings. He is there in the starting lineup. Bellingham is going to get 100 matches. Yes, he is there in the lineup. And Rodrigo is the man from Real Madrid. If he is going to make any type of presence in this game, then he could reach 50 draws in Real Madrid. That is the milestones which these 3 players can cover in this FIFA Cup World Cup match for both the teams respectively. Donnarumma, the man who got those ugly attacks for Jamal Musiala bombing, it will be the man who will be bombarded by the likes of Kylian Mbappé. And Ibrahima Mbappe is the man from PSG, the youngest one, but Jesus Portia is the man from Madrid, 18 years of age, is the lowest one. But the oldest player of this game, Marquinhos from PSG, 31, and Luka Modric, 40 years of age, is the man talking. But look at this, in the rating, 100 is that for Real Madrid and 96 is that for PSG. Talking about this game, the stats are really talking big. In these squads, in the goalkeepers, everything is looking same, but in the defensive aspect is where Real Madrid can be bit vulnerable because it is Dean Huijsen who is not available. And in the mid pitch, definitely Madrid is that man who is having those strengths. Xabi Alonso's Xabi ball will be playing more in that part of the aspect, despite Luis Enrique's big man talking. And in the attacking aspects is where the things will be roaring high. It is the attacking aspects where things will be really roaring high. But now moving on to the lineups, look at that. Now we will go on to the lineups of PSG first over here. Look at this lineup. Mendes is there on the left backs, but Mendes in the previous matchup against the likes of Bayern Munich, he was getting passed by Olise. Olise was the man who was going past Mendes smoothly in the previous matchup, but the clinical finishing was missing. Mendes was mauled, but it is Beraldo who is there. Number 4, Lucas Beraldo will be making that, and Marquinhos on that number 5 is that eminent man. But Pacho is not available because of those red cards. Will Beraldo be good enough? Because Lucas Hernandez was also that option which Luis Enrique was having in his aspects, but he has also got that card, and Beraldo is the man who will be making that. But in the defensive aspects, talking about PSG, if they are going to get any card, any sorts of suspension into this game, they are only having one defender as a substitution. It is only the likes of Kamara. Noam Kamara is the sole defender available for Luis Enrique man in this game for be making that substitutions. But in the mid pitch, Fabian Ruiz, Vitina, Joao Neves is there. But if PSG are going to get any sort of cards on their center backs, will Joao Neves be dropping down on those defensive aspects? But talking about the substitutions of PSG in this game, in the mid pitch, Mayulu is there, Zaire Emery. These are the 2 midfield options which Luis Enrique has been getting. But in the attacking aspects, loads. Kvaratskhelia there in the starting lineup. Dembele has been picked. Dembele was dropped in the previous game against the likes of Bayern, and it was Bakula who was making that presence, but now it is Dembele and it is Desire Doué. Desire Doué is the man, he will be critical. And talking about the goalkeeper, Donnarumma, that shit man who got those injuries to Jamal Musiala, is there on the lineups on these goalkeeping aspects. But in the substitutions, Gonzalo Ramos, Bakula, Ibrahim Mbaye, the younger man in the squad, Kang In Lee, these are the men available. But looking now at the lineups of Real Madrid, look at that. It is Kylian Mbappé who has been picked in the lineup. It is Kylian Mbappé who has been picked in the lineup. He is the man talking good over here, and it is the likes of Garcia who will be making that big. It is the likes of Garcia who will be making that big. And yes, those of you who are sending your messages on our social media platforms, I will give reply to all of yours. But after making the predictions, because still we have got 14 minutes. Now looking at the lineups of Real Madrid, Kylian is there who has been picked. Gonzalo Garcia is also there. He is there. Two of them will be on those striking aspects. But Vinicius Jr. and Guler, Vinicius, will he be getting past the likes of Hakimi? That will be the factor talking about. And Marquinhos will be the man marking him. But Bellingham is the man on the mid pitch who will be making those creative aspects. If he is going high up, if he is going dropping down, the likes of Valverde and Garcia, the fight will be looking. Kvaratskhelia against the likes of Valverde, who is going to win that. Desire Doué against the likes of Francisco Garcia, the left back. The fight will be seen happening. And on the other hand, it is the likes of Dembele. Will he be able to get past Asensio and Rudiger? Asensio has got his prominent pitch. He was making those presents in the lineups, but Xabi Alonso was not picking Asensio. It was Dean Huijsen, and Asensio now has been called in the starting lineup. Dean Huijsen not being available there, but Carvajal is there for the substitutions. Eder Militao is there for the substitutions. These are the two prominent men who have made their return to the team, but Alonso not giving them the starting lineups despite of their. And look at that, it is the likes of Arnold who is also not available for this game, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is having that knock and he is also not available. My goodness, Arnold is the man not available for today, and Valverde again dropping to those right backs. But it is the option. Daniel Carvajal, will he get those because he is back from the injuries and he is fit in the team and he is there in the lineups. And Eder Militao is also there. But Alonso going with the right backs of Valverde. It is Rudiger, it is Asensio, Garcia and Courtois, but Tchouaméni and Bellingham on the mid-page. Guler will also be making those mid-page presents. But talking everything about this game, we will be making the predictions of this. It is all along the way which is looking to be going, and it will be definitely a 3-2 win for Real Madrid at the end. It will be definitely a 3-2 win of all our predictions which we are making. Give your votes, guys. We have made our predictions. We had the analysis of the whole game, and it is this man who is going to be on the page for today. Simon Messini. 11 matches for Real Madrid when Simon Messinic has been on the pitch, and it is 6 wins. Real Madrid has got 3 losses, 2 draws. I will go for the prediction 3-2 for Real Madrid to be making that. 3-2 is my prediction in this game, and PSG against the likes of Real Madrid. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes on that poll. We have made our predictions, and it is all left for you guys to be making those predictions. And which team has scored more goals so far? Talking about Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid, that is the big question which we are having. And the answer is Paris Saint-Germain has got those big goals. And who will be making to the finals to face Chelsea? Will it be Real Madrid or will it be the likes of Paris Saint-Germain? That is the story we'll be looking for in the next watch along, and we will be having the exact lineup as well. But will this man Simon Messinic do the justice today? That will be the big factor to watch. Will Simon Messinic, the man, be making any sort of good decisions for today? That will be the big factor to watch in it. And again, let me put those stats over here so that you guys can watch it again. We have made our predictions, guys, and it is all left for you guys to give your votes on that poll section. Give your pen up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time as long as the game is going to be continuing. But before that, give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll. How is this game going to be? Call to action, repeat during stream, is that the thing? And let me just put who will score first. Pre-game post which we will be having is that who will be scoring first. Who will be scoring first? Let me put that Q&A over here. Let me put that Q&A over here. Who will score first? And the another question is, will Kylian Mbappe get his revenge? Kylian Mbappe, who has been denied those big salaries from PSG, which he is looking for those different types of legal prosecutors are also going for making that. But who will score first? And who will score first? PSG or who will score first, PSG or RM? And another one is, will Kylian Mbappe get his revenge against PSG? That is what they think, because most of his wages which have been just left by PSG, and PSG haven't paid those wages of Real of Kylian Mbappe. That is what the thing which we'll be looking for in this game as well. Will the likes of will the likes of Kylian Mbappe be getting those revenge good enough against the likes of PSG? That is what the thing is going to be, and we will be making the exact timeline over here onto the stream. Still 8 more. That was the thing which was looking in. That was the thing which was looking in. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who is going to be making this? Give your votes on that poll. And we have made our predictions into this game. We have made our predictions into this game, but now we will be showing those big analysis over here. Look at that. It is those analyses which we have showed previously, but now again we are showing that it is the win probability where PSG are looking to be making that big. Look at that. All the fans at the MetLife Stadium have now gathered. Now it is still 7 more minutes. We have made our predictions, guys, that who is going to be winning that. We have made our scorecard as well. We have made the predictions. We have made the predictions of the score line. And those of you who are watching this or who have joined now can give your votes on that poll. It is open up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time, and there is also that Q&A, that who will score first, PSG or Real Madrid, and will Kylian Mbappe get his revenge against PSG? That is the thing which we are looking forward. 5 more minutes for this kickoff to happen. 5 more minutes. Who will go to the finals, PSG or Real Madrid? Or will the likes of Simon Messianic, the referee on the pitch, will he be looking that good? Will he be looking that good? But look at the stats over here. Look at the stats over here. It is those big time wins. 5 wins has been for PSG in the past 15 meetings and 7 wins for Real Madrid. That has been the story. That has been the story. And in the live aspects, it was some sort of a delay for Real Madrid's flight to be arriving over here at the MetLife Stadium arena, and it was Xabi Alonso's have now resilience, but the narrow escape against Dortmund in the last round where they were exposed. But PSG were also having some sort of threats for Bayern, but they got a 2-0 win and a bad injury to Jamal Musiala Bambi. But looking at the lineups over here again, now we'll be showing those big time lineups. Look at that. We have the discussion of the lineups. We had the discussions of PSG's lineup, the discussions of Real Madrid's lineup. Which lineup are you more interested in? Give your votes on that poll. Oh my goodness, 62% votes we have got on that live poll for PSG to be winning that. It is totally against our predictions. It is totally against our predictions. That is what the thing is looking. It is totally against our predictions in this game. How are things going to be making that? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. That what is that going to be? We have made our predictions and we have the discussions of the lineups, but what is that going to be? Give your votes. The last look of the lineups for both the teams, as now the teams will be making now making their move onto the pitch. But will the likes of Simon Masinic be the referee who will be making those aspects good? We have made our predictions and now the teams will be looking coming on to the page. The teams will be now seen looking coming onto the page. Who will win, guys? Real Madrid or PSG? Or will the likes of Simon Messianic? Or will this game go to those extra time? What is the story going to be? What is the story which is going to be? Look at that. Will this man, Simon Messianic, be good enough for this game? That is also the big hat which is going to be. 6 times Real Madrid has won when this man is on the pitch. 3 losses and 2 draws. That has been the story. 3 losses and 2 draws. That has been the story. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. What is this game going to? How is this game going to unfold? Will Zabi Ball be good enough? Will the likes of Zabi Ball be good enough? Will the likes of Zabi Ball be good enough for today's game? Will the likes of Zabi Ball be good enough against the likes of Luis Enrique's man? Will that be the story? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. How is this game going to unfold? And with the lineups which we have shown so far, will that be good enough? 1 more minute left onto for this kickoff. 1 more minute left for this kickoff to happen. Just 1 more minute left. The kickoff is about to begin. I think there is some sort of late movements on the pitch which is going to be happening. The game was about to begin in just 1 more minute, but I think there is some sort of late movements which is coming onto the pitch. 10 minutes delay, I guess. 10 minutes delay for this game to begin. It is the 5th time when Rodrigo has been benched. Rodrigo, will he be making those exits from the team? Will Rodrigo be making those exits from the team? It is that 5th time where he has been benched. Look at that. Now the celebrations are going to be made. Look at that. Now the celebrations are going to be. There is a 10-minute delay for the kickoff. A 10-minute delay for the kickoff, which is going to be happening. It is now a 10-minute delay, which is going to be happening. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. How is this game going to unfold? How is this game going to unfold? Give your votes. But all of the white shirts now have gathered at the MetLife Stadium. Will that be the story? PSG, are they going to get that big? Will this be the story? Will this be the story, guys? Give your votes. We have made our predictions and now look at that, boy. Look at that. The MetLife Stadium is looking completely jam packed. Look at that. The whole of the stadium is looking jam-packed. The whole of the stadium is looking jam-packed. Look at that. Those of you who have just joined the stream, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. How is this thing going to be? We have made our predictions, and now we are going to be. Oh my goodness, Roberto Carlos over here. Roberto Carlos is also on the stands to watch this game. Big game this is going to be, but will the likes of Real Madrid be good enough? We have made our predictions. Now we will be moving on to the watch along aspect, but I will take a short 1 minute break before this game kicks off. Before this game kicks off, I will take a short 1 minute break. A short 1 minute break before this game kicks off. It is Simon Masinik, the referee on the pitch. One short minute break, guys. I will be back in just 1 minute. Players are now seen coming onto the pitch. The players are now seen coming onto the pitch, guys. Now the players are seen coming onto the pitch. A 10 minutes delay into this game. It has been a 10 minutes delay into this game. 10 minutes delay into this game, and now the players are seen coming onto the pitch. And a final look of the lineups. It is the final look of the lineups. Paris Saint-Germain with this lineup, will they be making that big? there is a 10-minute delay for the players to be coming onto the pitch because of those harsh climatic conditions. Real Madrid with this lineup, no availability of Arnold. Arnold is also on those injuries. My goodness, what has happened to Arnold? There is a knock which is there. The suspect of a knock, it is for Arnold and he is not available. But Carvajal is there, but he is back from a long-term injury and Alonso not picking up. And again, it will be Valverde who will be stopping the likes of Kvaratskhelia on that part of the pitch. Mendes, will he be making big? Guller is the man who will be staying on to the right mid pitch. Right part of the Real Madrid's aspect is where it will be critical. The speed of Kvaratskhelia, the speed of Mendes up against the likes of Valverde, Guller, Rudiger, that is the right part of the pitch where most critical things will be happening. Paris Saint-Germain, I hope Real Madrid don't concede early. We have made the predictions, guys. We have made the predictions that who is going to be making to the finals. We have been making the predictions time and again for all the matches, but no denying the fact in this game, it is this man who is going to be critical. Simon Masinik is the man. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. We have got 62% for PSG winning this and only 25% for Real Madrid. No one has voted for that poll that this game is going to those extra penalty shootout, extra time or the penalty shootout. No one has given their votes. Simon Masinik, the referee, will he be making any kind of a winning statement for any of the teams? That will also be critical, and we have got 12% votes for Simon Masinik, the referee on the pitch. But the kickoff has happened. Hasn't yet happened. The kickoff hasn't yet happened. The kickoff is a 10 minutes delay into this because of those harsh climatic conditions, and prior to that, Real Madrid's flight, Los Blancos flight, made some sort of late statements onto the pitch, and it was Xabi Alonso who denied any sort of verdicts to be given onto that. That is what the thing has been looking cooking. But Carlo Ancelotti is on a damning sentence for a tax fraud case. That is also a big disheartening news which Los Blancos have been getting. It is a bad day. Arnold has also got those injuries. Arnold has also got those injuries, and Ancelotti also has got those big tax redemption things which is looking for him happening. Will that be the statement, guys? We will be showing the exact timeline over here. But will this man Simon Masinik be good enough for today's game? Again, look at the lineups, guys. The players are now on the pitch. Anytime the whistle is going to be blown, the players are now onto the pitch. We will be showing the exact timeline, what is happening on the pitch on our screen. The kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened. The ball has been placed back and the kickoff has happened. Simon Masinik, the referee on the pitch, has just blown the whistle and the kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened, guys. It is Courtois going for a long ball, but straight onto the Donnarumma. Ball has been passed. Hakimi getting that to Marquinhos. Now it is Beraldo. Left foot of the centre backs. He's staying. Passes that to Mendes. Mendes gets it back to Beraldo again. Now to Marquinhos. The ball is rolling on the centre backs. The ball is rolling on the centre backs. PSG in the goal progression in this FIFA Club World Cup has been getting much of the goals in their second half. A ball loose. It is Bellingham winning that. Kylian, a back heel that is. It is some sort of move. Vinny gets that. Will he cross that? No, it goes for Valverde. Cross coming in from Valverde. No, giving that to Guller. Guller, a left footer, but blocked by Ruiz. Tchouaméni takes that shot. No, denied. Not onto the net. The kickoff has happened, and in just 1 minute 15 seconds, it is Real Madrid who has got that shot, but not on target. But look at that. It is the statement PSG are making that big. In the FIFA Club World Cup, they have been making that a missed pass from Kylian Mbappe. It is to Desire Doué. The ball has been just lost completely. Desire Doué gets it past. He is moving that. Valverde, Tchouaméni going to get that block. Desire Doué passes that back. Look at that. It is Bettina giving it back to Marquinhos. PSG in the FIFA Club World Cup hasn't been looking in any sort of hurry. PSG hasn't been looking in any sort of shot being taken. Kvaratskhelia takes that. Off the nets, boys. Off the nets. The kickoff has happened. 2 minutes up in this game. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll. What is that going to be? Big injury moments for Real Madrid. Arnold not being available. But Carvajal is there, but Valverde has been picked. Xabi Alonso picking up Valverde on the right backs, but PSG haven't made any statement. Courtois takes time, takes that shot, a long ball. Will Vinny get that? No. Gonzalo Garcia passes it. It is to Ruiz now. Gets that to Kvaratskhelia again. Those of you who are watching this, we have shown the lineups. Let us again show that both the teams. It is PSG with this lineup. It is those 2 red cards where Luis Enrique will be having those worries. Not much of those defensive reinforcements in the substitutions. But for the likes of Real Madrid, it is Arnold who is off the pitch. Big worry. And it is also Huijsen, 2 of these centre backs. I mean, the defensive aspects not available for Madrid, and 2 of these defensive aspects not available for PSG. We have made the predictions, and now the game is rolling on to those 3 minutes 30 seconds. PSG now advancing high up. One shot taken by both the team in just 3 minutes, but not on target. Is a shot being taken to the far post. Ruiz with his left footer. Courtois gets a hand deflection to it. That shot from the legs of Fabian Ruiz, it was onto the nets. Courtois has got a jump and it was a parrying save from Courtois. Desire Doué this time goes for Hakimi on the wings. Hakimi up against the likes of Garcia. Places that. It is to Hakimi again. Across coming. Oh my goodness, a shot being taken. Dembele denied by Courtois. Big time save. About Courtois gets a big time. Kylian is moving. Kylian has got a dribble. He has got part Ruiz. Now he has placed that. It is Garcia getting that. Kylian, will he take a shot? No. Kylian missed that. Oh my God. Kylian made that move good in those counters. He was placing that high up for Gonzalo Garcia. But no move was seen from Francisco Garcia. Now it is to Güler with his left footer. He gets Vinny. Vinny is inside the box. Left footer back goes for Güler. Güler with a cross. Deflection into it. Head opportunity. Kylian gets a foot into that. But not a shot. My goodness. You have a forward. You have to get those shots, my boy. You have got that position in the starting lineup now. And it could have been a big shot which could have been taken by Kylian Mbappé. But no, denied. PSG again with that possession. Now they are rolling up. Ruiz gets that to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia this time goes for Mendes. But Mendes, look at that. Again, he is moving on to the mid pitch of the position. It is Dembele getting that to Desire Doué. Desire Doué is showing his skills. He is inside the box. Crosses that to the box. Oh my God, it has been given cheaply. It has been given cheaply. It has been given cheaply inside the box. I couldn't just handle that. It is under 5 minutes. PSG has got that goal onto the box. It was some sort of a move. I think Beraldo was the man. Oh my God. Raul Asensio with his position on the centre backs just cheaply gave that ball so easy. It was given away to the likes of Dembele, but Dembele just couldn't get that. Look at that. It was Dembele placing that to Desire Doué in the making. Doué was inside the box. He got a shot taken, but Asensio takes so hell of a time giving that to Dembele. Dembele got deflection from Courtois. Asensio, I don't know what the hell you were doing it. Courtois tried his bit to save it to it, but with a deflection, Fabian Ruiz on that box part was just loose, and a cheap goal Real Madrid has considered. It is a cheap goal Real Madrid has considered. My goodness, it is 1-0 the score line, my boys. 1-0 is the score line, and in just under 5 minutes, PSG has got that first goal. Was that some sort of offside? Will the VRs be taken? Will the VR check be taken into account? Asensio, my boy, what you have done. Asensio, my boy, what have you done? The first goal has come in. Now it is Vinny inside the box, gets a pass. Garcia, will he get a touch into it? No, denied. Raul Asensio, my man, you had those big memories. You were playing in the last season, but you have just given away a token gift for PSG. PSG in their roaring form, despite having those two red cards, but it was a giveaway by Raul Asensio. He should have got that clearance, but he gets that. And in the stats, 4 shots PSG has taken, 3 on target. Real Madrid has taken 3 shots, only 1 on target. Goal has happened. Now Bellingham, Madrid with that. Oh my God, Rudiger again. What is this going to be? This time Rudiger gets that. It is Rudiger, my boy, you German. How could you just let these 2 goals being given? In just 8 minutes 15 seconds, 2 goals, and it is from the 2 centre-backs, Rudiger, and it was the likes of Asensio who got that first goal. But I think there was a swap in position. Rudiger was on that left part of the centre-backs, and Raul Asensio, after conceding that first goal, moved to the right part of the centre-backs. Now Dembele has scored. But it was a back pass to Rudiger. Rudiger, why was he taking such a long time? And he even misjudged for that short back pass to be taken to Courtois. It is that speed from Dembele where he overtakes that ball against Rudiger and up one-on-one against the likes of Courtois. What is that? Oh my goodness, 2 goals being given so cheap. What is this game to be going looking like that? 2 cheap goals. Rudiger giving a cheap chance. Asensio giving a cheap chance. 2 goals down. 2 goals down, and in just under 8 minutes. First goal coming in just under 5 minutes, and the second goal coming in under just 8 minutes. My goodness. Oh, much of the hard work left for Real Madrid if they are going to be equalizing those 2 goals. PSG with Vitina this time, passing that to Ruiz. Vitina again, speeding it high up, crosses the wing, scores for Hakimi. No, it is Desire Doué. Desire passes that to Hakimi high up. Now gets Vitina. Vitina is looking everywhere on the pitch, making those moves. Desire Doué again, speeding it high up. He has been tackled. Garcia, oh my God. Simon Messenic now blows the whistle. Francisco Garcia has made a tackle, and Simon Messenic, the referee, blows that whistle. My goodness, what is this game? 2-0 in just under 8 minutes. Now it is 11 minutes on the watch. 2 goals that is for PSG. My God. Those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Still plenty of time left into it. 80 more minutes. 2 goals is the need. Kylian Mbappé is there in the starting lineup. Will that be the thing cooking up hot? It is a cross for PSG. Vidina going to take that. All the men are inside the box. Courtois there looking at that. A cross coming in, but denied. Good enough. Gonzalo Garcia, the striker for Madrid, dropping down in the box. A header interception for him. Real Madrid new manager Xabi Alonso is asking his man to keep the coolness on the pitch, keep the calm moment on the pitch. Still plenty of time left. Still plenty of time left in it. 80 minutes are still left. Many things can be done. Kylian is there on the starting lineups. Too easy, cheap goals has been considered, but many things can be done, guys. Keep the coolness, boys. Keep the coolness. Make it big. Bellingham passing that to Asensio, but after conceding that goal from Asensio, now look at that. Rudiger is now staying on the left part of the centre backs, and Asensio is now moving to the right part of the centre backs. Two of the centre backs from Los Blancos have just swapped their positions. Those of you who are watching that, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. What will be the final score line up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time? Ruiz getting that. Dembele is there. Asensio this time gets that deflection good. But the damage has been done. The damage has been done. The damage has been done badly. But then also plenty of time to recover. Make it happen, my boys. Marquinhos passing that back again. It is Beraldo this time. Getting that to Ruiz. Ruiz is staying deep down on the centre backs because PSG has got those 2 goals lead. Long ball that was, but stayed into the hands of Courtois. It is that absence of a leader for Real Madrid again which is looking. Back to Donnarumma. That shit man Donnarumma is still there on the pitch. Marquinhos this time. Getting that to Desire Due. Now it is Joao Neves. Hakimi. Look at that. Joao Neves and Hakimi are cooking that. Bellingham gets that interception. Well done, my boy. Get the tackle. Shit. The Simon Messinic, the referee, again blowing that whistle and giving a foul in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. Simon Messinic giving that a foul again in favor of PSG. Bellingham is the man. He is doing the talking on the mid pitch. He is looking furious. 14 minutes on the watch. 14 minutes on the watch. And a free kick now in favor of Los Blancos. Arda Güler going to take that with his left footer. Cross coming into the center box. Header coming in. My God. It is an opportunity again. It was a big time opportunity again. Gonzalo Garcia, my man. Now deflection coming that. Asensio getting that. What is that which is he making on the pitch? Again, Raul Asensio gets that deflection. What is wrong? This man is looking really low in confidence. He was from the Castellas, but upon the arrival of Dean Huijsen, he was not given those opportunities. So many dropping down on the centre back lineup. Again, a big fault looking in from Alonso's man. Again, a big fault. But Asensio is taking hell lot of a time to drop down. It is a tackle from Francisco Garcia up against the likes of Desire Due. Good foul that is. Break their legs, my boys. Break their legs. Raul Asensio, predictable passes he is making to Francisco Garcia this time. Gonzalez Garcia has lost the possession, but look at that. 2 cheap goals conceded by Real Madrid. When is the last time has this thing happened? When is the last time this thing has happened? Donnarumma to Marquinhos again. Press it up high, my boys. Press it up. Bellingham, yes, he is pressing that. But Desire Due, look at his speed, man. Look at his speed. Flags are raised. The flags are raised. It was offside. It was offside from Dembele. Dembele is a sheet. Doumbele is a shade, but he has been getting those opportunities. Rudiger making that offside trap good enough. But Raul Asensio is not looking in a good shape on the pitch. I don't know why Asensio is not looking in a good shape. He is looking lacking confidence. Courtois passes that to Asensio. What is Raul Asensio doing on the pitch, single-handedly trying to move high up? Is he out of his mind, my boy? What is that? But this happens, guys. This happened whenever a Castilla player, he is making that in the senior squad, and when he has been dropped for many times, and it was Dean Huijsen who was given those lineups. It is that lack of confidence which now is quite evident on the move from Asensio on the pitch. Alright, Scalia this time inside the box goes right foot or shot, blocked, good enough. Good block from Valverde. Deflection, Bellingham gets that. Oh my god, look at that. PSG men are looking roaring high up in the confidence. This time, Marquinhos gets that interception to that pass from Bellingham. 17 minutes 30 seconds. It is now to Dembele on the mid pitch. He passes that. Alright, Scalia this time. Press it high, my boy. Press them. Press them. From the mid pitch, no sort of press is coming on. It is on the mid pitch now. PSG are having their possession and they are just ruling the pitch. Beraldo again getting that to Ruiz. Vitina, look at that. The defensive lineup of Real Madrid. Rudiger is high up. Asensio is deep down. Loose ball gap. But Bellingham dropping down to take that throw. Take that throw, my boy. Take that throw. Make that 2 goals happen in the first half. Make those 2 goals equalizers in the first half. Things are going to be looking cooking good. Things are going to be looking cooking good. Marquinhos left footer, that is. Donnarumma is now having no threat, anything coming in after those 5 minutes. It was in the first 5 minutes, Real Madrid got 3 shots, 1 on target. And now up to this, PSG getting 6 shots, 4 on target. But Donnarumma is now not getting any threat now after those 5 minutes. 19 minutes are up. Neither Kylian nor the likes of Arda Güler are trying it high up. Again on the mid page. On the mid page, Madrid are struggling. Kvaratskhelia again. Not getting anyone. Good block it is. Güler gets that block good. Give me this time. A shot being taken. Far off the post. This has been the story which could have been. Xabi Alonso was specially looking for that 4-3-1-2 in the formation now where Real Madrid are looking at. But 2 cheap goals which has been considered. Big mishap has happened. Big mishap has happened. Big mishap has really happened in this game. Big mishap has really happened. Courtois taking that goal kick. Left footer goes for Vini. Vini is there. Make that move. Make that shot. Make that shot. Oh my god. It is a foul inside the box. Nuno Mendes was there up against the likes of Vini Jr. It was a long ball from Courtois getting that good. Vini was there making that move. But not good enough. Nuno Mendes so quick enough gets that save. But Nuno Mendes was roasted by Olise in the previous match. But now again he is talking big time against Vinicius Jr. Vitina this time. It is the likes of Gonzalo Garcia, Vinicius Jr., Kylian Mbappé not pressing that high up and not posing that threat. And on the mid page is where Real Madrid are getting that. Tchouaméni gets that deflection good. Gonzalo Garcia passes that to Vini on the right wings this time. Vini, will he get across? Yes, a chip in. Inside the box goes in. No, Kylian Mbappé not moving for that ball to get. He was just looking, staring at the ball from the box. 21 minutes are up. 21 minutes are up. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll. What is this thing going to be looking? But on the mid page, it is a big time struggle looking on. It is a big time struggle looking on. Desired do it this time. Francisco Garcia blocking him good, not giving him spaces. Good block, my boy. Good block. Passing back to Hakimi. Now it is Dembele getting those PDD passes that Vitina changes the wings. Look at the ball placement, my god. White failure this time. Inside the box goes. Back heel trying to get the likes of Fabian Ruiz, but no. Good block. Valverde gets that block good. Valverde gets that block good. Joao Neves this time. Beraldo. It is Los Blancos now staying down, not even placing it high up. What are they waiting for? Beraldo, left footer it is. Hakimi. Hakimi getting that to Dembele. Miss pass. Kylian has got that interception. Soul-handedly moving, my boy Kylian. Make that pass. Kylian is moving soul-handedly. He is getting that. Inside the box he goes. Will he take a shot? Soul efforts are looking on the pitch. Soul efforts. Single-handedly trying. Single-handedly trying. It is not your legs which is going to be making those runs. It is those shots, those passes which will be allowing the ball to travel high on the pitch. That is what the main thing which needs to be happening. It is Vinicius Jr. moving sole-handedly on the pitch, and now it is Kylian moving sole-handedly on the pitch. Valverde is now high up. Valverde is now there high up. Beraldo now getting that. Vitina back passes that. Donnarumma. Kimi, look at that mid page. It is the numbers counting on the page. Numbers counting on the page, not looking that. Hakimi again makes that. He passes that to Dembele. Hakimi again, a big time opportunity. Fabian Ruiz. My God, 3-0 is the score line. Ooh. 3-0 is the score line, my boys. In every attack where PSG are making that, 3-0 is the score line now. Center back, Xabi Alonso's men are just cooking up bad. They have been cooked up bad. PSG are cooking up bad. PSG are really cooking up bad against the likes of those two vulnerable center backs. Look at that move. Who was there on the center back aspects to be making those tackles? Valverde was trying his best. He dropped down. Oh my God, Fabian Ruiz with that shot even got some deflections. No. Was there a deflection from Valverde's leg? My goodness, 3-0 is the scoreline, my boys. 3-0 is the scoreline. 3-0, 3-0, my goodness. It is too hard to bear this. 3-0 is the scoreline. How can I digest that? 3-0 is the scoreline. How could you digest that, my boy? How could you digest that? Real Madrid are now really shaking on their legs. Real Madrid are just shaking on their legs on those defensive aspects. 25 minutes 50 seconds, rather 26 minutes on the watch. At the MetLife Stadium, it is 3-0 the score line. Will there be a comeback from Kylian Mbappé again? Will there be a comeback from Kylian Mbappé with a hat-trick? Will Kylian Mbappé get a hat-trick and a comeback? That is what we want. Get 3 goals, my boys. Get 3 goals equalizers. But the way the team is looking, talking over here on the pitch, is really looking so low in confidence. I mean, I'm not being able to find out where from the mid page the numbers are. Real Madrid are really getting outnumbered. On the mid page, not at all looking good. That is the problem which is looking. Kylian Mbappe not counting those numbers, Vinicius Junior not counting those numbers. These are the two men not even dropping down on the defensive aspects. And now Vinicius Junior is playing on the right part of the wing. Between again PSG with their possession. The first half is completely lost, my boys. The first half is completely lost. The delay of the flight, team's preparation, everything is just carrying, and the lack of the confidence on the centre backs is where now Real Madrid looking that bad. Desire Doué gets that too. Kimi again, Fabian Ruiz. But no presses coming in. It is now Chouameni getting that tackle. Frustrating tackle. My God. Samuel Masini gets a yellow card this time. It happens. It happens. You are losing your coolness on the pitch because none of your men from the attacking aspects are pressing that, and it is the mid pitch where they are pressing it. That is where Chouameni is getting those frustrations. That is what the thing is looking happening. That is what a yellow card now Chouameni gets in. It is a yellow card which Chouameni now gets in. 3 goals conceding and a yellow card. What more is left for in this game to happen? But will Kylian Mbappe get those hat tricks? Baraldo passing back to Donnarumma again. Marquinhos this time. Vitina. Just look at that. The pressing which is happening, it is looking only from the likes of Bellingham. He is making those presses. Gonzalo Garcia is making those presses, but nothing coming in the press move from the likes of Vinicius Junior and Kylian Mbappe. That is what the right backs and the left backs of PSG are making those moves. Hakimi again making that, passing that to Dembele. Hakimi again makes a cross inside the box. That change of passes which is happening between Hakimi and the likes of Dembele, where they are getting those fluidity from the mid part of the pitch, it is really looking struggling. A corner that is going to be coming in for PSG. Pacho is the man not available for headers. He's on a red card. Is Marquinhos there? No. It's Kvaratskhelia. It's Fabian Ruiz inside the box. We are not going to take that, but I think he will take a short pass for that corner. Medina goes on for the far post. Oh my God, Marquinhos just arriving it late inside the box. It was for him. Nuno Mendes, look at that. He is up against the likes of Francisco Garcia. Garcia gets that header deflection. For Scalia this time, he gets a shot. Block, interception from Rudiger. Now Vinicius is making that press. Kylian not even bothering to make that move. Staying so deep down. Again, PSG are making those progresses in those counters. This time, Nuno Mendes getting that. Fabian Ruiz this time cuts in inside the box to the far post. He goes. Francisco Garcia header deflection misses that. Dembele, no, the flags were raised. Thank God the flags were raised. I mean, the centre back offside trap lineup from Real Madrid is looking completely shaking and terrified by the attacks of PSG so far in the first half. It is simply shaking so bad. Oof, big pain, boys, big pain. Big pain it is now. Hope Xabi Alonso gives that word of wisdom to the players now. It is the drinks break, cooling break, which is now happening over here. Two cheap goals from the centre backs, and the third goal was the downfall of the centre backs where things were making that happen. What a bad week of football we are having, guys. What a bad week of football we are having. This is really a bad week of football. It is Liverpool who are getting those, Diogo Jota's, his demise. It is Bayern Munich getting those defeats to PSG, and now it is Real Madrid getting that. It is Huijsen getting that red card, and now it is 3-0 the scoreline and a yellow card for Chouameni. Nowhere to hide your face, my boys. Nowhere to hide your face. But you have to make that happen. 3-0 is the comeback. Boof. Since you made that mistake in the first goal which PSG scored, no one was even marking Fabian Ruiz on that part of the pitch. And in that second goal, Rudiger just getting misjudging that ball and conceding that to Dembele, and Dembele this time scoring it one-on-one against Courtois. That is the thing which happened. The two goals coming in so cheap, and in just under 8 minutes, 2-0 was the score line. The first goal coming in just under 5 minutes, second one in just under 8 minutes. But Fabian Luis making at his clinical finishings again. And the third goal which happened, again it was Fabian Ruiz. Two goals for Fabian Ruiz, one from Dembele. But nothing is looking talking from Kylian Mbappé, nothing is looking talking from Vinicius Jr. on their attacking aspects. Whereas in the number of shots being taken, Real Madrid taking 4 shots, 1 on target, PSG taking 9 shots, 5 on target. Look at the possession, 20% is only Real Madrid having their possession, and in the passes only 65, and pass accuracy is only 75%. Poor stats looking in. Real Madrid with these stats, when is the last time I have seen this? 20% possession, 65 passes, 75% pass accuracy. It is a humiliation which is looking on in the first half. But will those counters be good enough? But PSG are looking so confident and strong. They are getting that time to just switch on the play. Look at that. Now it is Kylian on the mid page, Gonzalo Garcia on the right wings, and Vinicius now has moved to the left part of the wings. Guller not having the sense of the mid page where he is getting it. Medina is having that excellent form. Passing back to Beraldo. Fabian Ruiz again. Press it, my boys. Look at that. The mid page, the numbers are not counting and not even pressing that. What is that Zabi ball looking to be happening? My goodness. The same way it is Leverkusen who got 3-0 humiliations against the likes of Atlanta in the UEFA Super Cup. Not the UEFA Super Cup, it was the Europa League where the matches were being played. And it is the same thing looking happening over here. The same thing which Leverkusen faced against the likes of Atlanta in those presses is the same thing happening. Ribery and Gnabry on there on that part of the page. Look at that. Gnabry and Ribery are there over that part of the page. It is a ball again. Oh my god. Good save from Courtois. My god. He made that move good. Chouameni getting that to Courtois. Don't pass that ball low on the centre back, my boy. Pass that high up. Gonzalo Garcia getting Vinicius good. Vinicius really passed that. Poor pass from Vinny, but reaching the ball back to Kylian. Now to Guller. Kylian now on the right part of the wings. Kylian is getting completely marked. It is a ball one again. It is Kvaratskhelia this time. It is a foul, I guess. The ball is on the play. No foul, says the referee. No foul, says the referee. What a good tackle it was from Bellingham. Really don't know if the three forwards, Kylian, Gonzalo Garcia, and Vinicius, are staying on the forwards, not even pressing the ball, and they are not even dropping on the defensive aspects. How are Real Madrid going to be coping up with the numbers on the pitch with three men staying on the sole move? Gonzalo Garcia getting there to Vinny. Vinny up against the likes of Hakimi. Will he get past him? No. Vinny changes the play, passes that back. Bellingham on the mid page, getting that to Gula. No one on the wings to take that. Valverde is on the mid page now. Bellingham deep on the mid page, passing that to Gula. Chouameni this time. It is too central. The team is focusing on. It is Kylian inside the box. Will he take a shot? No. A penalty? No. No penalty for Kylian Mbappe's tackle. And it is Sam Messinik, the referee on the pitch, says no foul, but Kylian Mbappe is still down on the pitch. Will a VR be taken? Will a VR be taken? Look at that. Joao Neves with that. He gets a tackle to Kylian, but was that good enough? Yes, it was a touch with his left foot as well as with his right foot onto the legs of Kylian Mbappe, but Simon Messinik saying that no, it is not a penalty. This gameplay from Kylian Mbappe again looking that hilarious and Honduras move on the pitch. Zabi ball is not looking happening again. Zabi ball is not looking happening again. Zabi ball is not again looking happening. From Kylian Mbappe again looking that hilarious. I think now Kylian Mbappe needs a substitution, I guess. Didier Deschamps on the sidelines watching this game as well. It is Ribery, it is likes of Gnabry, all the legendary men are making those FIFA Club World Cup looking on the pitch. Vitina again, this time, Baraldo, no one from the Real Madrid making those progresses high up. Now Los Blancos getting that 4-4-2 formation. I mean, what formation is Alonso trying to be making that? Is really looking it bad. Kvaratskhelia this time. Oh my god, shot with the right foot of Kvaratskhelia, but again, it was the fourth goal to be seen in coming. Kvaratskhelia was there up against the likes of Asensio. What type of tackle Asensio was making that on the pitch? What sort of tackle is the likes of Raul Asensio is making that? Is really looking struggling. Raul Asensio is really looking struggling. Courtois is looking annoyed. On the nets, it would have been that fourth opportunity. 40 minutes are now up. Fabian Ruiz back to Marquinhos. Marquinhos gets that to Beraldo again. Look at that mid page. It is Gula who is pressing high up. Gonzalo Garcia staying that. Nuno Mendes is roasting on that part of the pitch. Nuno Mendes is getting those big time roasting. Crosses the wings. It is to Hakimi now. It is that hard work. I think the players are not looking full of energy on the pitch as well. The players are not even looking full of energy on the pitch. The thing is looking bad. Is the flight delayed? Is the thing which is causing those concerns? Is the flight which is being delayed? Is the thing which is looking happening over on the pitch? This thing is really looking disheartening over here. Poor pass from Vinicius Junior again. Fabian Ruiz getting that interception. Oh my god. Decide do it is the speed. PSG are in that tremendous form, and it is the speed where they are just exploiting it big. It is the speed where they are making that big, my boy. It is the speed where they are making that big. Big time move happening. Big time move happening. It is now Valverde getting that inside the box. Will he get a shot into the box? No, denied by Ruiz. Down by 3 goals, and the legs are now shaking, my boys. The legs are now shaking. Real Madrid players are now just having their legs shaking on the pitch, not making anything big. Their legs are shaking, my boy. The legs are shaking. Their legs are shaking so bad onto the pitch. I don't know if this thing is going to be good or not, but the legs are shaking. Real legs are shaking over here. The real legs are shaking over here. No denying the fact their legs are shaking and trembling on the pitch. PSG Real is just trolling over here on the social media platform as well. 442 has not been the story. 442 has not been the story, and Los Blancos are getting roasted. A roast that is looking on. Oh my god, Dembele again takes that shot. This Club World Cup 2025 is really looking bad. Is really looking bad. It is really looking so bad over here. Oof. It is a drama which happened from the likes of Rudiger and Asensio, and the team is looking hard to cope up with that. The drama which happened in so early from the likes of Asensio and from the likes of Rudiger, and the drama is looking happening again. Will there be any scope? Fabian Ruiz passes back. Mendes this time. The team is looking really in lack of confidence. The delay of the flight, was there some sort of a food which was not looking good? Oof. Juan Neves now this time getting that to Marquinhos. Nothing from the mid pitch is looking. Nothing from the mid pitch is looking. Again, Hakimi looking to roast. 45 minutes are up. 3 minutes of added time in the first half. 3 minutes of added time in the first half. Will there be a comeback in the second half from the likes of Kylian Mbappe, from the likes of Vinicius Junior? Both of them have been really poor. But now it is a corner going to be incoming inside the box of Los Blancos, and a cross now seen to be coming in. Buller has been really absent on the mid-pitch. Chouameni has been decent. Bellingham is the only man from the mid-pitch doing the talking. Valverde, Asensio, Rudiger, Garcia, totally outclassed, my boy, totally outclassed. It has been outclassed. PSG has really outclassed the likes of Real Madrid so far on the pitch. Cross being taken, Vitina takes that. Oh my god, the header, it was to be seen coming in. Nuno Mendes this time takes a shot. Courtois breaks, saves that. Arda Güler, whom is he going to pass? Pass the ball, my boy, pass the ball, please. A yellow card coming in. João Neves getting that from the likes of Simon Messinik on the pitch. The first yellow card being given to PSG players. It is Simon Messinik, the referee on the pitch, giving that a yellow card, and it was for João Neves on the pitch. One card each. It is João Neves and it is Tchouaméni, but 3-0 is the score line. Will that be good enough? Ula gets that. Kylian this time. We are talking about inches, my boy. We are talking about those inches of those spaces where you are lacking. We are talking about those inches where you are lacking that. In the mid page, the numbers are not looking even counting. Give your votes, guys. Can we expect some sort of a hat trick from Kylian Mbappe to be coming, or from Vinicius Jr. to be coming, or will Gonzalo Garcia be making that good in the second half? The 3 minutes of added time in the first half are now up. But a ball that has been placed. Dembele this time with his left footer changes. Oh my god, he went on to the nets. Courtois gets that deflection. Good. Oh my god, Courtois is looking injured. Courtois is looking injured. Dembele didn't went for those crosses. Rather, he went for that first post. Oh my god, that shot from Dembele was going straight into the... Yes! Courtois saved that fourth goal. Hope Courtois isn't getting that injury. Again, it will be a big hamper. It will be a big annoying moment again if Courtois is also getting those injuries. Oh my goodness, the first half is up. The 3 minutes of the added time is up. But what a thing which has happened. Nothing to be talking about the stats. Look at that. Only 4 shots taken, 1 on target by Real Madrid. 23% is the position which Real Madrid were having, and 120 passes mere. Pass accuracy 79%. When is the last time have we seen such a performance from Real Madrid? Boo, my god, Simon Messinik on the other hand getting those yellow cards. And pass accuracy of PSG, look at that, 95%. Tremendous roaring form. Tremendous roaring form is what PSG making that statement. First goal coming in just 5 minutes. In the 8th minute, it was the second goal, Fabian Ruiz, and it was again Fabian Ruiz getting that on the 24th minute. My goodness, how are we going to defend this? How are we going to defend this? It is a miracle which needs to be coming in the second half. It is a big miracle which needs to be coming in into the second half. There is an expectation, if you call about, there is those expectations where you need to be making that big. I am just out of my mind. I really don't know how to just make the things coming in into the second half. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. The statement which is looking happening from the first half. Look at this. It is all those blue dots which are for PSG scoring those shots against the likes of Real Madrid, and those yellow dots, only 4 which have been seen. I mean, the shots being taken, look at that. It was 5th minute, Kylian taking that, but a block coming in. Again, Kylian is the man. 2 shots being taken, but saved. And it was 23 minutes again. It is only Kylian Mbappe who has been able to get inside the box. Look at that. The 3 shots being taken. 1, 2, 3 shots. It was the first shot on the 5th minute, the second shot again on the 5th minute, the third shot on the 23rd minute. Only 3 shots Kylian Mbappe, the sole man from Real Madrid, has been able to penetrate inside the box and taking those shots. Whereas Chouameni on the second minute, that was a shot which was being blocked. These are the only 4 opportunities where Real Madrid have made that. And 3 attempts from Kylian inside the box, not getting that. But looking at PSG, look at that, every dot. Kvaratskhelia over here, Mendes over here, Kvaratskhelia again. Kvaratskhelia is just mocking on that right part of the centre backs where Valverde is staying. Again, Kvaratskhelia on the 48th minute with the goal coming in from Fabian Ruiz. Mendes again, that left part of the pitch where Valverde and the likes of Asensio are playing. It is Kvaratskhelia and Mendes just roasting that part of the pitch. Dembele again on the 9th minute. Look at that. Dembele is getting those PDT and he is being left unmarked on the pitch by Xabi Alonso's man. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Still can we get, oh my goodness, again, HALA MADRID is the vote which we are getting in. But will that be the thing happening? Will there be a miraculous performance coming in from Kylian Mbappe? That is what he has been kept in the squad for. Fabian Ruiz again taking that shot on the 4th minute. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, as well as there is a Q&A that who will score first, PSG or Real Madrid? That is that question which has just been ended. And will Kylian Mbappe get his revenge against PSG? That is the next question which we are having on the question now. Let me just put that Q&A now. Let me just put that Q&A. Will Kylian Mbappe get a comeback? Will Kylian Mbappe get a comeback of 3 goals? Will Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid get a comeback of 3 goals? That is that Q&A. Will Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid get a comeback of 3 goals in the second half? What are your say, guys? Those of you who are watching this, there is now that Q&A over here onto the chat. The next question which has been put on the chat, that will Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid get those comeback of 3 goals in the second half? That is that Q&A, as well as the poll is also over there, that who wins it today. PSG, Real Madrid goes to the penalty shootout after extra time. Simon Messinik, the referee. Give your votes on that poll, as well as there is a Q&A onto the chat, that will Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid get any sort of comeback in the second half? But the passes which has been made over here, look at that part. Look at this right part. Expected goals now is 1.4 for PSG. Big chances 4 they have created. 2 of the early big chances which has been considered by Real Madrid was a big drama which happened. No opportunities for Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Junior to be talking in the first half. And looking at the lineups, look at that, the performance of the team over here. Valverde not getting that apt movement. Gula is nowhere on the mid-pitch scene, making happening. The fluidity of Vitina, Ruiz on that part of the pitch. Kvaratskhelia, Ruiz doing the talking. Mendes, look at that tremendous performance. He has just stopped Vinicius anytime. Mendes has stopped Mbappe. Mendes has stopped Vinicius. But it was the likes of Mikel Olise who was getting past Mendes in the previous matchup. But Mendes in this game against the likes of Vinicius and Mbappe has been marvelous. Gonzalo Garcia, he got few opportunities, those crosses inside the box, but Beraldo and Marquinhos have been decent. Vidina is the man I would be talking, that part of the pitch where Chouameni is getting those tackles good enough, but not that good enough to be doing the talking. Asensio and Rudiger has been really bad in shape. Those two goals being considered, not the thing to be looking on good. And Xabi Alonso, will he be bringing on those substitutions? Look at the lineups with Real Madrid in this. Will they be bringing in the likes of Luka Modric? He is available over there. Sabalos is there. Camavinga is there. But on the mid pitch is the thing are we lacking? Bellingham is doing his good tackles. Gula is the man looking absent. But we need something on the mid pitch who can be doing the talking. Will moving Bellingham high up and placing, but Bellingham, how can we just, dropping Gonzalo Garcia and bringing in Luka Modric? Will that be the thing Xabi Alonso be doing? Will Brahim Diaz or Rodrigo will be called upon? Or will the comeback of 3 goals be coming in from Kylian Mbappe or the likes of Vinicius Jr. to be doing the talking? Big aspects to be looking on in the second half, but PSG, no substitutions I think Luis Enrique will be trying to make. And talking about the centre backs, it is the likes of those suspensions which is there, Lucas Hernandez, as well as the likes of Pacho, but Baraldo has been doing his job decent. But Mendes was the man who was making those overlapping runs and saving those tackles against the likes of Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. in those counter attacks. And not a threat for Donnarumma so far in this game. But Courtois has been really decent, denying the fact he has been making big saves. Oof. What are your opinions on that, guys? What are your opinions on that? We have been making the predictions of this team from the start of the stream 40 minutes before the kickoff, and we have those live polls over here onto the chat. And now there is that another Q&A, that will Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid get a comeback of 3 goals in the second half? That is where the things we would like to be seen watching in the second half. But before that, I will take a just short minute, one minute of short break, guys. Let's see what Alonso is bringing on in the reinforcements in the second half. And will Kylian Mbappe be getting those 3 goals comeback, or Vinicius Jr.? We'll be waiting for the second half. But I will take a short break. And those of you who are joining the stream, till then, give your votes onto that poll and give answers to that Q&A which has been pinned on the chat. I will be just back in 2 minutes. I need to take a pee break. Pee break. Oh God, pee goal simulation is big. We need a comeback, guys. We need a comeback. We need a comeback. Get that Zabi ball into that effect, make those counters, make those thrashing, big time moves, and we need a comeback. We definitely need a comeback in the second half. We are back from that break, and 3-0 is the score line. It is a big humiliation which is looking on, but we need a comeback, my boys. We need a big comeback. Kylian Mbappe has to do the talking. Kylian Mbappe has to do the talking. Kylian Mbappe definitely needs to do the talking. It is that talking which we needs to be seen coming on in the second half. At least we need to do that talking. Simon Messinik talking about him. Will he be making that? But look at the stats. Will there be any sort of substitutions? Will Gonzalo Garcia be dropped? And will the likes of Luka Modric be seen coming on to the pitch? Will Kylian Mbappe get those comebacks? It is the comeback which is needed, my boys. It is the comeback which is needed. Oof. What a terrifying and disheartening game this is looking happening. What a terrifying and disheartening game this is looking happening. I was not expecting to get such type of humiliation, but a comeback is needed, my boys. Big comeback is needed in the second half. We will be making that. We will be definitely making that. We need to be making that big comeback. It is the mistakes which are haunting in the first half. I hope nothing is that coming in the second half and we are making a comeback. Any substitutions being made? Any substitutions being made? The second half has just begun. The kickoff of the second half has begun, has just happened. Courtois now with his left footer. No substitutions coming in. No substitutions coming in from Alonso on the pitch. No substitutions from Alonso on the pitch. My goodness. He is sticking on with his first lineup. Now it is Valverde on the right wings. Make that cross. Right. Scalia just making that tackle good. Oh my god. Again Fabian Ruiz making that rolling. He passes that to the wings. This time Desire Due getting that cooking. No. Garcia has got that block. But look at that right backs. No one is there for those tackles to be made. Hakimi gets that to Vitina this time. It is the formation where Real Madrid are not looking coping up against the speed of PSG. And neither the likes of Mbappe and the likes of Vinicius Jr. are trying to make any press to the forwards to be happening. I don't know what sort of gameplay is what Real Madrid are looking to be happening. Bellingham this time winning that. He is making that good, but getting outnumbered on the pitch. Vinicius has made a cut in. He's the sole man, but Mbappe not moving high up. Vinicius changes the wings. Ruler gets a header straight into the hands of Donnarumma. But this is the thing I don't like. When Vinicius is moving high up, Kylian is not moving with that speed. Oh my goodness, it is Dembele again getting that. Desired duel this time. Flags are raised. My goodness, flags were raised. Oh, fourth goal was incoming, but somehow denied. He was offside. At least this time Rudiger was good. But Desire Due with his speed, Francisco Garcia was nowhere to be seen making those tackles. 47 minutes, 30 seconds on the watch. No substitutions from Alonso so far. Second half, no substitutions being made. Will we get a comeback, guys? There is a Q&A that will Kylian and Vinny get a comeback? Right, Scalia getting past Valverde, full of confident PSG men are now roasting. It is desired do this time. Costa gets that block good. Bellingham this time. What has PSG players eaten? And they are making those. PSG players are making those runs and those steroid runs. Marvelous looking on the pitch. Bellingham this time. Pass that to Guller. Yes, he gets that. Gonzalo Garcia this time. No one on the mid pitch making those advancements. Now Guller is getting that mid pitch. He gets that to Kylian. Kylian inside the box. Getting outnumbered again. So late in those passes to be making. Kylian single-handedly moving that. Passes that to Gonzalo Garcia. Predictable it was. It is PSG who are making Mbappe. Everything is looking predictable. Vinny getting that to Bellingham. Tchouaméni this time. The sole man making those efforts. Bellingham takes a shot. The referee, Simon Messinic, blows that whistle. Tchouaméni is down on the pitch. It is Joao Neves who has fouled Tchouaméni. Give him a red card. Give him a red card. Joao Neves is already on a yellow card and now he has given that a foul for Tchouaméni. Will he get a red card for that? But look at that. Desire Doué not taking that first time shot in that counter. Rather, he takes that first touch and taking those shots. Luka Modric warming up on the sidelines. Luka Modric is warming up on the sidelines. Tchouaméni down on the pitch. Kylian Mbappe's revenge against the likes of PSG, is that going to be happening? Big things are needed. Big things are needed, boys. Big things are needed. In the second half, if Real Madrid needs to be doing the talking, how is the talking looking to be happening? How is the talking looking to be happening? Big expectations, big expectations. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is Desire Doué again. Xabi Alonso is getting cooked, my boys. Xabi Alonso is getting simply cooked. Nuno Mendes, Fabian Ruiz, they are getting Xabi Alonso just cooked. Mbappe takes that shot out of the woodwork. Out of the woodwork, that ball goes. Out of the woodwork, that ball goes. That ball goes out of the woodwork. Nowhere near it to be taking that counting good. Men from Luis Enrique are just cooking Xabi Alonso. Oof, nothing coming in, my boy. Nothing coming in onto the pitch. Courtois takes that left footer. Oh my God. Francisco Garcia again losing the ball. Gonzalo Garcia this time up against the likes of Nuno Mendes. Denied. Everything is getting denied. Everything is looking denied. Everything is looking denied and nothing is looking cropping up. Everything is looking denied and nothing is looking cropping up. Will we get any comeback or will it be the likes of 3-0 and more goals coming in? No substitutions even coming in from Alonso. Can we expect a comeback from Kylian Mbappe? Nothing is looking cropping up even from the likes of Vinicius Junior. Fabian Ruiz this time passing that ball low deep down. Nuno Mendes. Dembele this time. What is Dembele trying to do that magical? Gula gets that. Valverde. Creative move from Valverde, but good enough for Gonzalo Garcia. A foul coming in. Nuno Mendes now staying on the centre back. And look at that. It is Beraldo, it is Marquinhos and Mendes staying deep down. Hakimi is the man. But Garcia this time with his left footer. Bellingham goes that. Gonzalo Garcia this time. Get across, my boy. No, getting that to Valverde. Mid pitch. Chouameni this time. Bellingham is staying deep on the mid pitch. Crosses the wings. Too far off for Gonzalo Garcia. I don't know why Kylian Mbappe is not staying on the wings and now it is Gonzalo Garcia staying on the wings and expecting something magical to be happening. This thing I'm really not looking happening to be making anything good on the pitch and no substitutions even coming in from Alonso. Nuno Mendes cross. Oh my goodness, look at the crosses which Nuno Mendes is making on the pitch and he is making such wide crosses and passes and accurate. It is now Joe Neves on the mid page getting that to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia inside the box goes for a shot. Kvaratskhelia, this is the thing why Antonio Conte doesn't prefer this man Kvaratskhelia every time he goes for those single-handed aspects and now getting that shot, not a threat for Timo Courtois this time. But now PSG are going in to bring reinforcements. It is Gonzalo Ramos seen tying his boots on the sidelines. This is the man coming in. But no substitutions from Alonso so far. 57 minutes are now up. Courtois with his left footer going for a long ball. Deflection coming in. Beraldo gets that. Bellingham receives that ball on the mid pitch. He's the sole man trying. And none of the likes of Chouameni and Gula going to make those assists for him. It is Hakimi again to the far post. Good save from Courtois. No denying the fact Courtois has been really saving big times. Gula this time. Bellingham not moving high up. It is now Francisco Garcia. Vinny again. Garcia this time. Whom is he going to pass? No one is looking making that. It is now Vinny. Will he make a deep link pass to Mbappe? Is there inside the box? No. Shot from Vinny Jr. again. Single-handed effort. Continuously looking in. Coming in from Vinicius Jr. Coming in from the likes of Kylian Mbappe. But they are not thinking of making any passes to each other. This thing is not looking actually good. The same thing which was looking happening in the pitch and the same thing it is looking. Other cooler. Kylian this time. Poor touch. The legs are shaking, my boys. The legs are shaking. Los Blancos have got their legs shaking on the pitch for today. It is the legs which are seen shaking on the pitch. And now Luis Enrique making those substitutions. He doesn't want any of his players to get injured and a balanced substitution looking in. Dembele and Kvaratskhelia are now being dropped. Luis Enrique not taking the threat of Kylian Mbappe in equalizers and dropping Dembele and bringing in Bakula and dropping in Kvaratskhelia as well. Two of the forwards, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, have been dropped. Two substitutions coming in. Arda Güler with this free kick. No way there for a header. Will we get a comeback, my boys? Will we get a comeback? Give your answers to that question which has been pinned onto the chat, as well as those poll which has been pinned. Francisco Garcia trying to keep the ball, but off for a throw. Two substitutions. Dembele is out. Gonzalo Ramos is in. Kvaratskhelia is out. Barcola is in. Two substitutions. Luis Enrique making that. Continuously posing that threat on the centre-back lineups of Real Madrid, and now bringing on fresh legs on the verge of 60 minutes. Güler gets that. It was Gonzalo Garcia getting that touch, but no, denied. Now Asensio getting that to Güler. Güler takes that first touch, quite a heavy touch to it. Deflected back to Donnarumma. Now Alonso making those substitutions and bringing in Luka Modric, the senior most player in the team, 40 years of age. Luka Modric on the sidelines, now seen coming onto the pitch. Will he make that effort to get those three goals equalizers? Big uphill task it will be, but will Kylian Mbappe be capable enough of making those progresses? That is the thing which is the need of the hour. Rudiger gets that interception good. Nothing looking cropping up from the mid pitch. Chouameni this time gets that to Bellingham. Oh my goodness, that is what I was saying. Again, Luis Enrique with that substitution. Barcola is the man, moving high up. He's up against Raul Asensio to the mid pitch, but Chouameni senses that place. That is the thing which needed to be talking from the first half, my boy. 60 minutes. Valverde gets that to Vini. Now to Güler on the wings. Vini, will he make a cross? He gets a cut in. Fabian Luis gets that interception. Interception from Gonzalo Ramos. A foul inside the box. But no, the referee Simon Messinik asks for the game to continue on. Barcola with that ball. But no one from PSG are willing to make any sort of counters because they are up by 3 goals. 61 minutes are now up. 29 more minutes. Desire do it this time again inside the box. Oh my god, big opportunity again. Barcola, but good block from Valverde. Güler gets that, a long ball from Vini Jr. Single-handed efforts are looking in this type of Zabi ball, which he is trying to make. It is that single effect. A single player is trying to cope up. It is either the likes of Kylian Mbappe, it is either the likes of Vinicius Jr. who are trying to make single-handed effort. Nothing cropping up from the mid-pitch. Chouameni, Güler, Bellingham staying in so close, and that is those wide areas where PSG are making those passes. Rudiger this time, Bellingham. Change the wing play, my boy. Bellingham moving it soul again. Bellingham moving that. He has got that space. He gets a shot again. Soul-handed move. Solely the players of Los Blancos, I don't know why what has happened, are trying to make those efforts, but not a team effort looking that to be happening from anything. Again, it was Bellingham solely seen moving high up on the pitch, but denied. Denied again. Denying again. Mbappe takes that corner. Takes a cross into the nets. Oh my god. Donnarumma this time makes the first effort of this game. If Real Madrid are going to be getting past the defensive lineup, It will be Donnarumma now making those saves. Oh my God. Three substitutions coming in. It is Eder Militao back from the injuries into the squad. It is Modric. And now it is Brahim Diaz as well. Bellingham is out. Asensio is out. Vinicius Jr. is also out of the pitch. Will Vinicius Jr. be happy for those sacrifices he is making so early moving out of the pitch? 64 minutes on the watch. Good play, my boys. Good play. Good play. Keep up the spirit. Still 25 more minutes left. 65 minutes and the substitutions now coming in. Three substitutions Alonso has got. Valverde getting that throw. Passes that. Brahim Diaz gets the first touch of his ball. Back to Chouameni. Rudiger again. There's a pass being made. Francisco Garcia moving high up, but the speed is lacking. Chouameni with that deflection. Gula again. Gula changes the wings, goes for Valverde. Valverde makes that to the mid page. Kylian Mbappé waiting like a frog to be camping that ball on his legs, but not moving a single hand high up to get the ball into his legs. Marquinhos now getting that PSG with that position, trying to get the ball into effect. That is what they are doing. It is Eder Militao who is now staying on the right part of the centre back. Two more substitutions coming in. Luis Enrique. Look at the substitutions which Alonso has made. Asensio is out. Militao is in. Then why Militao was kept on the sidelines for the first half? Jude Bellingham is out and Modric is in for the creativity. Okay, Bellingham was playing those box to box and now Modric will be making some creativity with that experience. And Vinicius Jr. is out and Brahim Diaz is in. But now two more substitutions Luis Enrique making. Mayulu and Zaire Emery coming onto the pitch. Two more substitutions from Luis Enrique. A total of 5 substitutions he has made so far. Looking in the stats, Madrid hasn't got, only got 3 shots in the first half. They got 4 in the second half so far, only 3 shots. Fabian Ruiz is out and Emery is in. Desiree is out, Mayulu is in. A big opportunity it is. Brahim Diaz, will he get that? Vitinha gets that interception inside the box. Modric this time makes that cross to the far post. A header for Kylian. No, he goes for his foot. But Hakimi has got that block. 67 minutes, boys. 67 minutes. Two cheap goals being considered, but at least get an equalizer. Modric this time with his right foot just loses the ball. Los Blancos now putting that pressure high up. Militao on the right wing, passing that to Valverde. Chouameni, Diaz, Modric. Modric staying deep on the centre backs, now getting that to Valverde. Valverde goes for Militao, a cross from Militao. But a corner one. It is on the right backs, Militao is seen playing. It is on the right backs, Militao is seen playing. Modric again, passing that to Gula. Gula with that cross to the far post. Marquinhos header deflection. Chouameni. Ball is rolling inside the box, but no one is going to take that ball onto his legs. Modric tackle being made. Oh my goodness. Again. It is Gonzalo Ramos this time. Left footer, single-handed conversion. Hakimi was there, but not going for him. That is what the thing which was not looking from PSG in the first half. Vitina goes for Barcola this time. Oh my goodness, Valverde has been blocked. Valverde has just been overtaken by Barcola. It is the speed of PSG players and their roaring confidence that they are making those moves. Courtois passes that high up. Francisco Garcia this time. The mid page, getting that to Kylian. Kylian is making his move single-handedly again. Kylian has made that single-handed effort again. The Zabi ball is not coming into the effort. It is those single efforts which is looking on, and it is now Kylian who is making those efforts. Bruno Mendes, long ball that is. Barcola keeps the ball inside the pitch. He is inside the box. A handball Barcola has got. Look at that terrifying speed. Barcola is getting it big. But a cheap mistake from him getting a handball for a goal. Not happening. 70 minutes are now up. Militao getting that. Brahim Diaz this time. Nuno Mendes a tackle. But Simon Messinik, the referee, blows that whistle. Oh my god, Ronaldo Fenomeno on the sidelines watching this game. Ronaldo, my man, you are there over here, my boy. You are there over here onto my room as well. Oh yes, Dani Carvajal, the man is coming in. That is what I was looking for. Xabi Alonso now making substitutions, bringing in Dani Carvajal, coming back from his long time injury. Dani Carvajal is the man. He is back from those long-term injuries. He is on the pitch. Look at that. He is blocking. Bakula this time good. Look at that. Number 2, Dani Carvajal is back on the pitch. That man needs to be doing the talking. It is now Militao. It is Rudiger. It is now Carvajal. Now the team is looking defensively good. It's Francisco Garcia on the left part of the pitch. Centre backs making that good. Now the team is looking good in shape at least. Now the team is looking at least good in shape. Bettina again making those long passes high enough. Kimi gets that. He is there on the mid page. Oh my god, Gonzalo Ramos takes a shot, but out of the woodwork. Out of the woodwork. Gonzalo Ramos takes that shot, but out of the woodwork. Militao does that tackle good enough to prevent Gonzalo Ramos to take that shot, and it was good. Valverde this time gets that. He passes that to Carvajal inside the box. Gets that to Valverde. No, my boy. Miss pass. Inside the box goes straight into the hands of Vitina. I'm out of my words, boys. 3-0 is the scoreline. I'm out of my words. This French team getting. Oh my god. Carvajal has got a tackle early on onto the pitch and he gets a yellow card with that tackle. Dani Carvajal with his white and black beard. He gets a tackle to Barcola. It was a bad tackle, but he gets a yellow card. It is only a yellow card for Dani Carvajal for that tackle. But his presence on the right backs, it is low. It is looking more confident on the pitch. Nuno Mendes, a missed pass from him. Now the team is looking in a good shape. Kylian gets that. Brahim Diaz this time. First touch was not that good from Diaz. Now he's getting outnumbered. Tries to make a pass. Oh my god, Valverde takes that shot. It is Valverde who took that shot just from the edge of the box. It was a rising one. Oh my god, it was some sort of deflection from Baraldo. I think his head might have been shaken. Corner coming in. Luka Modric going to take that. Low poor cross from Modric, not even getting that height to that. Kylian right footer goes for Guller. Guller not getting any space. Zaire Emery blocking that. Cross coming in. No, denied. Francisco Garcia inside the box goes left footer. Deflection. Oof. Dani Carvajal making his appearance onto the team after almost a year and in just coming in onto his first appearance for this season gets a yellow card. And more adding to that, it is also Trent Arnold not being available. PSG are looking composed, not trying to make anything big, just waiting for their momentum to get those PDT, get their mid pitch high up, and now they are passing that. Oh my god, Hakimi with his left footer, look at that. He finds Bakula so good. It is the cooling break again. It is now the cooling break again, which is seen happening. My god, this game has really made those bad aspects. 76 minutes on the watch. Are we going to get any sort of comeback? 15 more minutes, 5 minutes for a goal. Is that going to be happening? Or we are going to get those exits after this 3-0? Big humiliation it will be. It will be a big humiliation for the team. And so far in the stats, PSG have been loading. Only 32% possession from Real Madrid, 266 passes, 82% pass accuracy. That pass accuracy has added, and those passes have been making good after the substitution from Luka Modric, the experienced man on the pitch. But again, I would say it is Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, Xabi Ball hasn't been seen just roaring anything for this game. And time and again, I have been saying that. Talking about the substitutions, it is four substitutions Luis Enrique has made in, bringing in Barcola, Ramos, Mayulu, and Emery. And to talk about Xabi Alonso, he has also made four substitutions: Militao, Modric, Brahim Diaz, and Carvajal. But going to the semifinals, where Real Madrid will be making those money good enough, is that money worth for? So this statement coming in from Xabi Alonso. Ancelotti, whenever he will be watching that, he has got those tax lawsuits framed against him. He will get past that without, some sort of fines he will be making that. But if he is watching this game, we will be just thinking that what he was needing, it was a need of Carrera on the left mid page, where Real Madrid would be definitely wanting those things to be happening. Militao, left footer, trying to find the likes of Buller, denied. Is they are in a rolling form and they are counting those numbers big. So if this statement is going on, it was in the UEFA Champions League where Inter, the men in blue, were up against PSG, the men in blue, and now in the FIFA Club World Cup as well, It will be Chelsea, the men in blue, and the likes of Paris Saint-Germain, the men in blue. It is the blue, the color which is prevailing this season. It is blue, the color which is prevailing this season. That is the thing looking happening. Kang In Lee is the man coming onto the pitch. Luis Enrique making another substitution. Nuno Mendes is out, and it is Kang In Lee who has come onto the pitch. It is a corner for PSG. 88th minute on the watch. Vitina going to take that. Oh my god, the header it was. I think Mykonos got that header, but no, denied. Kang In Lee this time. Passes back. Zaire Emery passes back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma going for a long ball. Gonzalo Ramos. But no. Kang In Lee making those progresses. Militao this time getting that to Diaz. It is that speed. Look at that speed. Brahim Diaz, Carvajal with the speed. They are being overtaken. It is those steroid, boy. It is those steroid. It is those drugs which PSG is making that, and they are just losing everything on the run. 80 minutes, 30 seconds. Buller this time. Nice pass. What is Kylian Mbappe waiting for those passes to be coming on to him, but not moving it high up? So many passes that passes are happening good. Now Madrid are looking composed. Now Madrid are looking composed in their formation at least. At least can we get a reply to this? At least can we get a reply to this? It is PSG talking about them. They haven't conceded in their past four fixtures. We're talking about them. It is PSG to be talking about them. Haven't conceded in the past four games. In the past fixtures, they have won 2-0 against Bayern, 4-0 against Inter Miami, 2-0 against Seattle Sounders. And it was against Botafogo where they lost 1-0. And apart from the League One, they haven't conceded. Apart from the League One matches after that, the last time they conceded was up against Aston Villa in the Champions League. A good tackle from Militao. That is what the experience is looking happening. Oof. Alonso moving on with this squad was completely a new and novice in those centre backs. But we won't complain that because Asensio has been playing that but not picking up big time was the thing where he lost. And whenever Alonso loses, he loses that big time. That is what the thing he is because he loves to count those numbers on the pitch. This thing, same thing has happened. The same thing is looking happening over here. Only gets time goes to Vasquez. Vasquez changes the wing play, goes for Diaz. But Soul Man, what is he going to make with that? Is now Valverde. He get across. No deflection coming in. Bakula this time getting that deflection. Bakula is the man got that deflection now. Oh my goodness. A goal coming in. 80 Militao this time will get header. Oh God. At least get a reply, my boys. At least get a reply. At least get a reply. At least get a reply, my boy. At least get a reply. 85 minutes are now up. 85 minutes are now up. Mayulu and Kang In Lee are not doing anything. They are looking like rusty players, but not making things happen. That is what the PSG substitutions are worth for. Oh my god. Militao was making that pass. Bakula was close to some sort of interceptions. Now it is Valverde moving that. But slow run from Kylian. What is Kylian Mbappe eating in his food? I don't know, but he has definitely lost his speed. Look at that. Hakimi is there on a free space, moving freely and not getting marked. That is what the things have been looking critical. And now it is Kylian Mbappe getting roasted by his former team PSG by this way. It's a good tackle. Militao getting that. Whom is he going to pass? He takes a shot single-handedly. Donnarumma straight in for Donnarumma. Long ball coming in again. Oh my God, Hakimi is there. Will he make that pass? Yes, he gets that. Poor Barcola not making that goal, but he has kept the position. Oh my God. It is Gonzalo Ramos getting that fourth goal. This goal Gonzalo Ramos is dedicating for Diogo Jota, and the same celebration with that gamer celebration. He is doing that and just making that for Diogo Jota. 4-0 is the scoreline, my boy. How much more are we going to see? How much more are we going to see with this? 4-0 is beyond my imagination. Getting 4-0 is beyond my imagination. Gonzalo Ramos had that option to pass to Fabian. But look at that move. Akula making those turns. Takes that turn. Who was there on the centre backs? Man marking them. Carvalho was there. Garcia was there. Courtois was there. But Gonzalo Ramos gets that fourth goal. This MetLife Stadium has been a nightmare for us tonight. It has been a nightmare for us tonight. 88 minutes 30 seconds. Let me just end that Q&A that whether Kylian Mbappe is going to be making any comeback or not. "89 minutes, only 1 minute left. At least get a reply, my boy. At least get a reply to this." PSG, this time they will, I think, be going for those 5 trophies if they are going to get this. PSG, if they are going to get this in the World Cup, I mean Club World Cup finals against Chelsea, if they are going to making that, it was, oh my god, no stoppage time for the second half. And the 90 minutes are up and Simon Messinik, the referee on the pitch, blows that whistle. Oh my god, PSG has got a 4-0 victory. Who could have just imagined that this game is going to be ending up like this? My god, I am out of my words. I am just simply out of my words that how things have just taken shape. And look at this 31% possession from Real Madrid. When is the last time have we seen things happen like this? 31% possession by Real Madrid. Only 306 passes in the first half. It was less than 100 passes in the first half for Real Madrid. Less than 100 passes in the first half. Pass accuracy has raised in the second half after the coming of Raheem Diaz and the likes of Modric. But in the first half, the pass accuracy was less than 75%, less than 100 passes in the first half, and a possession all in all of 31%. I don't know whether Zabiball is playing or not, Zabiball is doing the cooking or not, but Xabi Alonso is not the answer for Real Madrid, I would say. Xabi Alonso is, I would again say, I mean, I know the fans will be hurted. If I make this statement, fans will get demoralized, but the thing is, for a team like Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso is not the solution. Xabi Alonso is not the solution for a team like Real Madrid to be talking on the pitch with such brilliant players. There have to be some experienced man on the pitch who have been taking on those coaching aspects, those managerial aspects, because it is the need of the players where they have to be seen doing the talking. I don't know, man. I am totally dejected with this game and watching this. We will make the analysis video boys tomorrow morning. We will be watching this match again. We will be taking on the aspects, what has happened, and then we will be coming up with the analysis video tomorrow morning. That is what I will say. And 4-0, it is a big humiliation, guys. Big humiliation. I will just end this poll, and in the live poll, which we got is PSG getting 66% votes for a win, Real Madrid getting only 22% on that win. Simon Masinik, the referee, got 11% votes on that poll. And this game going to the penalty shootout after extra time or whatever that is, after 90 minutes of stoppage time. No one given their votes, but those of you who voted for PSG on our stream, definitely, man, big time. 4-0 is the scoreline, is the thing which has happened. It has happened. It has happened. And a big loss for Los Blancos. I would just say one thing that we lost it big time, but one more thing I would say that PSG is not the solution. I mean, Xabi Alonso is not the solution. No denying the fact, I would again say I know Real Madrid fans will be just saying that I'm taking a bad statement over here, but yes, Xabi Alonso is not that statement. We will make up the analysis video and we will be bringing that analysis video tomorrow morning. We will be coming on with that analysis video tomorrow morning. But one thing I would say time and again, Xabi Alonso is not that option for Real Madrid. Time and again, I have been saying, I know that Real Madrid fans will be really, cursing me for saying that, but I would be saying that no, Xabi Alonso is not the man in need for the likes of Real Madrid. No denying the fact, I would say no, he is not. I would just end this stream, guys, because tomorrow morning we will be making that analysis video and what happened wrong with Real Madrid and what went good with PSG. We will making that on analysis video tomorrow morning at sharp 9 a.m. We will be uploading that. Till then, bye bye. Good night, guys. Oof, huge pain for me to bear this. Huge pain for me to bear this game. Huge pain for me to bear this game watching this. But again, looking at the stats, it is so disheartening. Look at that. 31% possession. That is not a gameplay. That is not a gameplay which Real Madrid has shown. 31% gameplay is not the thing which Real Madrid showed. I would end this stream, guys. I would end this stream. Keep going, guys. Bye bye. Good night. And yes, tomorrow morning, do give your aspects on our analysis video for this match tomorrow morning coming up on our channel. Till then, bye bye. Good night, guys. Keep going. Keep going. Bye bye. Real Madrid, we will make it big next season, boy. We'll make it big. No need to worry. We'll make it big.